Good morning everyone. Today I am discussing about phase control rectifiers. Here the phase control rectifiers are used to what is the definition of rectifier? Rectifier is used to convert AC current to the DC current, and it can be classified as uncontrolled and controlled. In uncontrolled rectifier, it has used diodes. In controlled rectifier, thyristors are used. In the phase control rectifiers are classified into two types, controlled and uncontrolled. In uncontrolled, only diodes are used. In controlled rectifiers, only thyristors are used. The classification of rectifiers, these are based on input supply, single phase and three phase. Based on supply, they are based on input supply, that is three phase or single phase. For single phase, only one input supply is given. For three phase, three supplies are given, three supply XYZ form given. And based on quadrant operation, first one quadrant 1, quadrant 2, quadrant 4. And based on number of pulses, 1 pulse, 2 pulses, 3 pulses, 6 pulses. These are the based on the applying pulses. The classification of rectifiers are in 4 type, based on the pulses, based on the input pulses, and based on the quadrant operation. For quadrant operation, it can be divided into 3 types, that is one quadrant, second quadrant, and fourth quadrant. Based on the input supply, it can be categorized as single phase or three phase. The main applications of rectifiers: DC motor speed control, DC supply for inverters, electrochemical processes, and DC traction, and HVDC transmission. These are the applications of the rectifier. DC motor speed control, DC supply for inverters. For inverter, there is a supply, there is a DC supply that can be given by the rectifiers, and electrochemical processes, and DC traction, and HVDC transmission. These are the main applications of the rectifiers. And rectifiers are single phase off wave rectifier with resistor, resistor inductor load, resistor inductor and voltage load. These are the single phase. In the single phase full wave rectifier with resistor, resistor inductor, resistor inductor and voltage load. And three phase off wave rectifier with R, RL load. And three phase full wave rectifier with resistor, resistor inductor load. These are the classification of rectifier, that is single phase off wave, single phase full wave, three phase off wave, three phase full wave. In that there is a RL, RLE load are applied to the single phase off wave, single phase full wave, three phase off wave, and three phase full wave. These are the categories of rectifiers. In single phase off wave rectifier with R load, that can be shown in the figure, that T1 is the thyristor, there is a voltage across the thyristor, that is VT1, and applied voltage, that is sine wave, alternating current, there is a Vs is this input signal, this is applied to the transformer. There is a peak voltage, that is Vp equal to Vm sin omega t, and output is taken across the value V0 across the resistor, and the quadrant is in the first quadrant, IDC versus VDC. There is a circuit and quadrant, and we will goes to the waveform. Here the first input signal is sine wave, that is Vm sin omega t, that is indicated 0 to 2 pi. There is a conduction angle alpha, and whenever the conduction up to thyristor triggering circuit, whenever on that will be indicated with angle alpha, then only the voltage will start across the alpha, that is output voltage started whenever the firing angle is applied. Then firing angle is applied, the SCR will move into non-conducting state to the conducting state, so that the waveform is indicated alpha firing angle to pi. The in between there is alpha and pi. The same current is also there. Here the current is also generated when firing angle alpha is applied, so that it follows the input sine wave up to the pi. After pi it will contains 0, and the V1 voltage, there is no firing angle is applied, there is no triggering circuits applied. Up to that only the input voltage is increases up to that point. Whenever alpha is applied, it will move into the 0 position. Then up to pi there is an action of conduction angle, and then it follows the same input sign in the negative direction, that is amplitude of minus V1. Here the amplitude in the positive direction, that is plus V1. These are the waveforms in the single phase off wave rectifier with R load. With R load only V0 and I0 depends only on firing angle applied across the thyristor alpha. And what is firing angle alpha? The angle between 0 crossing of the input voltage and the instant thyristor is fired. Here the angle between 0 crossing of the input voltage and the instant thyristor is fired. That angle is called firing angle. It can be indicated with the symbol alpha. And the average output single phase off wave rectifier, here the average output voltage VDC, that is equal to 1 by 2 pi integration of alpha to pi. Here the average voltage we will take across only alpha to pi Vm sin omega t d omega dt. VDC integration of sin omega t is minus cos omega t. The limits over alpha to pi all are substituted in the cos omega t, alpha and pi. Then VDC is equal to Vm by 2 pi into 1 plus cos alpha. The input output voltage VDC can be varied from Vm by pi to 0, as the fire angle alpha varies from 0 to pi. Here the output voltage VDC can be varied from Vm by pi to 0, and the firing alpha varies to 0 to pi. These are the average output voltage. And RMS, that is root mean square value output voltage of single phase off wave rectifier with R load. Here the RMS output voltage is given by that is Vrms equal to 1 by 2 pi. There is a formula, 1 by 2 pi integration of 0 alpha to pi V square sin square omega t into omega t whole power 1 by 2 root of under root of mean 1 by 2 pi square 0 to pi alpha to pi Vm square sin square omega t. The sin square omega t can be written in terms of cos, that is 1 minus cos 2 omega t and d omega t Vm square by 4 pi integration over alpha to pi. Vrms is equal to root mean square voltage is equal to, after solving, and Vm by 2 bracket open 1 by 2 pi pi minus alpha plus sin 2 alpha by 2 bracket close whole power 1 by 2. This is the RMS output voltage, that is Vrms equal to Vm by 2 1 by 2 pi pi minus alpha plus sin 2 alpha by 2 whole root. Here the principal topology of phase control rectifiers. Here the phase control rectifiers are single phase off wave, single phase full wave, single phase bridge, and three phase bridge, three phase off wave, and six phase full wave. These are the categories or topologies of phase control rectifiers. In the single phase, only one source and one freewheeling diode, one thyristor and load is used. In the full wave, two thyristor, one load is used. And in single phase bridge consists of four thyristor, one only one supply, and three phase three supplies, different supplies, and six thyristors are used. And in three phase off wave, there is only three supplies and three thyristors are used. In six phase full wave rectifier, six thyristors and six supplies are utilized. These are the phase controlled rectifiers. These six are phase control rectifiers. Then we will move into the single phase off wave rectifier with RL load. Single phase only one supplies. Off wave rectifier only one thyristor with R and L load. The output consisting of the resistor and inductor. Here the applied voltage Vs equal to Vm sin omega t. The thyristor voltage Vt is thyristor voltage indicated with Vt. There is a input current Is and output current I0. The output voltage is taken across the combination of R and L across the resistor and inductor. Here the waveforms of the off wave rectifier with single phase with RL load. In the first waveform, this indicates the sine wave, that is with the maximum value is Vm sin omega t. There is a sine wave 0 to 2 pi, pi to 2 pi. This is a continuous sine wave. In the output, whenever the firing angle alpha is applied after a certain time, then it will follow the sine wave, and it will reach us to the beta, and then it will goes to the 2 pi. There is a cycle here follows, and the input current whenever firing angle is applied, it increases certain time and then decreases up to the certain point. Here also same. And also Vt, whenever there is no firing angle, it will active, that is Vt is alpha is not there, Vt is applied, and then it will reaches to some point. Here in the resistor load, only alpha to pi the output voltage is generated, but due to inductor is there in the output side, so that some energy is stored in the inductor, so that the waveform is moved towards the up to some certain point, and it will reach the beta point. All the points will be changed due to inductor stores energy, and it will deliver the energy to the whenever it is in off condition. These are the in the Vt there is a amplitude, that is minus Vm amplitude, and there is a amplitude is called in the output voltage is Vm sin alpha, because alpha is the fire angle, so Vm sin alpha, and alpha is firing angle, and gamma is up to the alpha to beta, there is a gamma, and 0 to some beta, the total value is beta. This is the waveforms of the off wave rectifier, single phase with RL load. And in the single phase off rectifier with RL load and freewheeling diode, here the extra term is added to the freewheeling added to the output side, that is RL load. There is a freewheeling diode, and supply voltage is indicated with Vs, and It is the thyristor current, Vt is the voltage across the thyristor, and Is is the input current. The IFD is the freewheeling diode across freewheeling current across the diode, and there is a resistor and inductor that can be resistor and inductor taken across the output side, and I0 is the output voltage. Single phase off wave rectifier with the RL load and freewheeling diode. Here the waveforms, here in the first waveform it is clearly, that is input waveform, that is sine wave from Vm sine omega t. In the output side, there is a alpha is applied, it will reach the only pi, then pi to 2 pi there is no, then 2 pi plus alpha, after 2 pi plus alpha some addition of firing angle 2 pi plus alpha, next 4 pi plus alpha. This is the output voltage. Whenever the output voltage respond only when the firing angle is applied across the thyristor. Then the current first is decreases, and then it will after alpha it will increases to the up to certain point. The thyristor current it follows the output voltage. And freewheeling diode, it follows the pulse type waveform. Whenever the alpha is active or firing angle is there, it will reaches to 0. There is no firing angle, it will reaches to the highest point. This is the pulse. And thyristor voltage, whenever the firing angle is applied, it will acts as 0. Whenever there is no applied of the firing angle, it will maintain certain it will increase a certain time. Whenever alpha is applied, that is a mode 1. In the mode 2 it will follow the sine wave, and then it follows all mode 1 and mode 2. These are the waveforms of the single phase off wave rectifier with RL load and freewheeling diode. Here the main advantages of using freewheeling diode: input power factor is improved. This is the main and important point, that is power factor is improved, and load current waveform is improved, and load performance is better. Main functions of freewheeling diode. And also it prevents the reversal of load voltage except for a small voltage drop. And it transfers the load current away from the main rectifier, thereby allowing all the thyristors to regain their blocking states. It transfers the load current away from the main rectifier, thereby allowing all the thyristors to regain their blocking state. These are the advantages of using freewheeling diode. It prevents the reversal of load voltage except for a small voltage drop. And then we'll move into the single phase half wave rectifier with resistor, inductor and applied voltage, that is E. Here the input side is the Vm sin omega t. This is the input applied voltage, and Is is the signal current, and T is the thyristor. Vt is the voltage across the thyristor, and RLE is connected to the output. There is the output current is I0. Here the same like that waveforms of single phase half wave rectifier with the RLE load. Here the sine wave is taken as 0 to pi, pi to 2 pi to up to 5 pi. There is a sine wave is taken with the amplitude of Vm, and Ig, there is a triggering current, there is a firing after some time, that is theta 1, theta 2. After some time there is a firing angle. After one complete cycle, there is a firing angle is applied, that is clearly indicated in the waveform. There is a firing pulses, 3 pulses for up to 5 pi, 3 pulses are applied, so that the output voltage, here the output voltage, certain some voltage is applied, so that it not the output voltage is not taken from the 0 onwards, is taken certain position, so that the supply voltage is applied. So that sometimes 1 volt, 2 volt, 3 volts, then only up to that at that point only it will starts, that is V0 is starts, and it will reaches to some point, and then increases and maintains same position. This is the pi 2 pi 5 alpha. Next and in the current Is comma I0, here the whenever the triggering pulse is applied across the silicon control rectifier. The signal current or output current is increases up to certain point, and it will maintains in the negative it maintains in 0 whenever the SCR in non-conducting state. Other than firing angle, all waveforms are comes under in the thyristor voltage that can be clearly indicated with Vm plus E and E plus Vm sin omega beta minus alpha. Here the one five important waveform, that is input voltage and triggering current and output voltage and current Is comma I naught and triggering voltage Vt. Here the single phase full wave converter with RL load and its equivalent circuit. First circuit is full wave midpoint converter or full wave. Next one is second one is full wave bridge converter and equivalent circuit of full wave midpoint converter. Here the full wave consisting of the center tap transformer, and there is a load. There is a load and two thyristors are T1 and T2. Their voltage is Vt1 comma Vt2, and there is a output current, the I0, output voltage is V0. And this is the full wave midpoint converter. And full wave bridge converter consists of single phase supply, and four thyristors are used, and these are connected to the load. And the equivalent circuit of full wave midpoint converter, here the equivalent circuit that can be VA1 supply, VB1 supply, T1 T2 all are connected to the RL combination circuit of full wave midpoint. R and L connected across the output of the thyristor. And the full wave, here the full wave rectifier single supply. Here the four thyristors are connected to the one load. And the full wave rectifier with R load. Here the full wave rectifier with R load. Then first waveform indicated with the AC input waveform, that is Vm sin omega t. Vm is the amplitude of the input voltage. There is a sin omega t means sine wave, that is 0 to 3 pi. The waveform is taken as suppose the 0 to 3 pi we have take the sine wave, and attends up to certain point we can apply triggering is applied, that is triggering Ig1 that indicated with the two pulses, and Ig2 is applied in the second negative going sine wave. And what happened then, the firing angle is applied, the output voltage is 0 to, and it increases up to the and it reaches the point pi. Then it maintain constant. Then another pi firing angle is applied, and then increases up to 2 pi and maintains 0 and constant, and up to and another pulse is applied, that's a triggering pulse, that is 2 pi plus alpha is applied, so that the output voltage is increases up to the 3 point. And there is a duration in the cycle, that is T1, T2 and T2. The current is in the case full wave rectifier, the current maintains constant. These are the waveforms of the full wave rectifier with R load. Here the operation with RL load. Here the thyristors, here the thyristors, three thyristors are used, that is four thyristors are used, T1, T3 and T1, T2, T3 and T4. The both the thyristors T1 and T2 are in switch off. Whenever single AC supply is applied, T1 is closed, T3 is open, and the current will move from RL through the thyristor T2 through the point N in the case 1. In the case 2, T1 and T2 are thyristor 1 and thyristor 2 is in off state. The thyristor T3 and T4 are switch off. The other all switch are the switch is closed. Here the T3 and T4 switch is closed, so that the current will flow from N to T3 to and load to T4 and to the single AC supply. These are the operation of full wave rectifier with RL load. Here the waveforms of full wave midpoint converter with RL load. Here the waveform consisting of the first one is the sine wave with VAN, and the second one is the VBN, that is the replica of the VAN, that is minus VAN, that can indicated with the dotted lines. Here the alpha is the firing angle is applied across the certain point, that is T1 point, and next applied across T2 and T1 and T2. This is the firing angle state, and then whenever the firing angle is applied, the output voltage is starting from first it will decreases, then it maintains constant due to RL load. It follows certain time, and then each firing angle that can be indicated with 5 plus alpha, and first one is the VAN, whenever the second VBN, that is VBN 5 plus alpha, third one is the VAN, and fourth one is the VBN. Here the two waveforms are used, that is VAN and minus VBN. First thyristor, conducting firing angle is applied across across VAN, then it will follow output follow VAN, then applied across the point T2 it will VBN. This is so on, and I0 is increases up to in between alpha to 5 plus alpha, then 5 plus alpha to 2 pi plus alpha, up to increase up to certain point. And the VT is whenever there is no firing angle, it will active, that is there is no firing angle in the first state, it will increase certain time, and then it will reaches to minus 2 Vm, that is AN minus 2 Vn to increases certain time. And for VT2 opposite of the VT1, that is when in the second cycle that can be represented in the first cycle of the VT2. Here the output voltage amplitude is indicated with minus 2 Vm, the 2 Vm sin alpha, and this is so on. Here the waveforms are taken across input signal, output voltage, output current, thyristor voltage and thyristor current. Even here the two signals are oppositely, that is VAN and minus VBN. VBN is equal to minus VAN. There is a replica of VAN. Here the V0 is applied because of it is not taken from the 0, it will taken from the minus because of RL load. There is energy will stored in the inductor, so that the it's taken from certain point, that is starting from negative to positive, that is, and it will increases up to particular triggering pulse is applied. This is the output voltage. The opposite of the output voltage taken across the thyristor voltage VT with amplitude is 2 Vm sin alpha in the VT1. In the VT2 is also 2 Vm sin alpha with amplitude of minus 2 Vm. These are the waveforms of the full wave midpoint converter with the RL load. And single phase full wave control bridge rectifier with the R load. You got a single phase average output voltage VDC is equal to direct is there by Vm by pi 1 plus cos alpha. Already I will give the what is average voltage, how to find out in the 1 by 2 pi integral alpha to pi Vm sin omega t, all are substituted. Here also same formula. The output is VDC is equal to Vm by pi into 1 plus cos alpha. And in the second one, average load current, that is IDC is equal to Vm by pi into R in bracket 1 plus cos alpha. And third one, RMS load voltage, that is in bracket Vrms equal to 1 by pi integration over alpha to pi v square sin square omega t d omega t whole power 1 by 2 root mean square. Root means under root 1 mean 1 by pi and square, that means Vm square sin square omega t. All are simplified, and the final answer is Vrms is equal to Vm into pi minus alpha by 2 pi plus sin 2 alpha by 4 pi whole power 1 by 2 whole power 1 by 2. And fourth one, IRMS is equal to Vrms by R. These are the full wave control bridge rectifier with R load formulas. And then we will move into three phase control rectifier. The advantages are reduce ripple content in the output voltage. Pure DC is not taken across, so that that can be reduced in the three phase. Ripples are reduced, and these can be used for high power applications. These are mainly used for high power applications. And the types: 3 pulse converter, 6 pulse converters, and 12 pulse converter. That is, higher the number of pulses, smoother is the output voltage. Higher the number of pulses, smoother is the output voltage. These are the 12 pulse converter: 3 pulse, 6 pulse, and 12 pulse converters. Here the three phase off wave rectifier with R load. Here the three phase AC input voltage, that is R, Y, B, three phases. These are connected to the one thyristor T1 full. This is off with T1, and R0 is the output voltage. V0 is taken across R, and the three thyristors are taken, that is T1, T2, T3. There is a vector diagram for here the vector diagram for three phase voltage, that is R, Y, B with an angle of 30 degrees. These are the angle of 30 degrees. Three phase off wave rectifier consisting of three phase circuit RYB. There is a N indicates with the neutral, and three thyristors T1, T2, and T3, and there is a resistor R. There is a vector diagram is in between RYB with an angle of 30 degrees. Here the waveforms, there is a three waveforms with 90 degrees phase shift. Here the crossover point, the three waveforms, that is first one is R, that is from 0 to 0. It starts from 0, and there is a Y point. It is taken from certain point, from 90 and minus 90 point. These are the three waveforms. There is a three phase supply, AC supply, that is, these are the AC supply that can be shown in the figure. And in the load voltage, whenever the alpha equals 0, the current will follow the at an angle pi by 6. There is a firing angle of pi by 6, so that it follows the only positive cycle, that is R, Y, B, and R. Whenever the load voltage is in between 0 less than or equal to alpha less than or equal to pi by 6, there is alpha firing angle, so that the waveform is increases certain. After alpha it is increases, then it follows the certain points, and it follows T1, T2, and T3, and last is the load voltage. Load voltage that can be ramp side waveform is delivered across the output. These are the waveforms of the three phase off wave rectifier with R load. Here the three phase off wave rectifier with RL load. Here the three phase, that is three phase supply is connected, and RYB are connected, and N is neutral, that is connected to the combination of R and L, that is taken as V0 output voltage, and I0 is output current, There is a thyristor T1, thyristor current is IT1, and there is a thyristor T2, the thyristor current is IT2, and there is the thyristor T3 that is indicated with IT3. Here the three phase half wave control rectifier with RL load. Here the supply RL load and three thyristors are used in the three phase half wave rectifier with RL load. Here the waveforms of three phase half wave rectifier with RL load with alpha equal to 0. First the supply voltage that is 0, starting from 0 from R, and there is a Y that is from starting from negative side, and it will minus 90 degrees, and B is taken as the plus 90 degrees. The load voltage that is clearly full wave rectifier output, and voltage across thyristor T1 that is a ramp type, and the current in thyristor is the pulse. Whenever the it will only on only R waveform, it will offer Y and B input signals. Only it will act only R AC supply. It will not use it for Y and B AC supply. And current in T3, it will taken only Y input cycle. Whenever the 45 degrees whenever the phase angle of waveforms of three phase of wave rectifier with resistor inductor load with an firing angle of 45 degrees. Here the input already I am told about the input, that is R input, R AC supply, that is from 0 to we will taken up to certain point, that is 3 pi, and minus 90 degrees that is from Y signal, and plus 90 degrees from, that is these are the phase difference AC supplies. Whenever the firing angle alpha is applied across 45 degrees, what will happen in the load voltage? It will start after firing angle, then it will reach a certain point, then it maintains 0, then it will increases and it maintains 0, and voltage across the T1 before alpha is before SCR will move into conductance chain, that will access certain voltage of up to alpha is applied, then it will maintain constant, and it follows only the firing angles. And current in the thyristor T1, it maintains R2 Y and B2 R, and current in the thyristor that can be T2, the thyristor T2 only in the in between Y and B. These are the waveforms of three phase half wave rectifier with RL load. Here the three phase half wave control rectifier with R load. Here the three phase half wave control rectifier with R load. Here the average output voltage that can be indicated with DC VDC, that is VDC is equal to 3 into root 3 by 2 pi Vm cos alpha. After simplifying, we get this type of voltage formula, that is VDC is equal to 3 root 3 by 2 pi Vm cos alpha. Normal formula is VDC equal to 1 by 2 pi integral alpha 2 pi Vm sin omega t. In that we have applied all inputs signals or input side waveforms. Then we will get the DC voltage, that is VDC is equal to 3 root 3 by 2 pi Vm cos alpha. And also the average load current that can be indicated with represented with the capital I with DC, that is direct current. Here the IDC is equal to 3 root 3 by 2 pi R Vm cos alpha. After simplifying, we get this type of current, that is IDC is equal to 3 root 3 2 pi R, where R indicate the resistor value and Vm is the maximum amplitude of the voltage, that is indicated with Vm and cos alpha. And next one, third equation, that is RMS load voltage, that is indicate root mean square voltage, that is indicated with VRMS voltage root mean square, that is VRMS VRMS. After simplifying, we get the under root 1 by 2 plus 3 root 3 by 8 cos 2 alpha. This is the RMS load voltage. Here the three equations are important for this rectifier, that is average output voltage indicated with VDC, average load current indicated with IDC, and RMS load voltage, that is root mean square load voltage. The average voltage VDC is equal to 3 root 3 by 2 pi Vm cos alpha, where Vm is the maximum amplitude of the input, that is indicated with the Vm. Average load current indicated with IDC, their IDC is equal to 3 root 3 by 2 pi R into Vm cos alpha, and root mean square load voltage, that is VRMS, is equal to half plus 3 root 3 by 8 pi cos 2 alpha whole power 1 by 2. These are the three equations that is comes under three phase half wave controlled rectifier with R load. Here the three phase half wave control rectifier with resistive load. Here the common cathode connection and natural commutation point. Here the common cathode and natural point, there is a 3 thyristor VT1, VT2 and VT3. There is a resistor only R, and common cathode there is a 3 ABC common points are connected, that is common cathode connection. Next, natural commutation points. Here the waveform. Here the waveform indicates with here the three phase 3 input signal, that is sine wave R Y B. R is from R waveform is starting from 0 to certain 3 pi or 2 pi up to certain point we have to take, and that is 2 pi or 3 pi, and plus 90 for B and minus 90 for Y. And second, that is a gate triggering pulse is applied certain points, that is from the 0 to certain point, that is indicated with alpha. Here the gate triggering pulses are applied. Whenever it will reaches to certain point, and then second pulse is reaches to increases point 0 to some point, and in the third case it will reach a certain point, the waveform, that is B waveform, and firing angle this is applied, so that it will follow only uppermost, that is full wave it form not reaches to the 0 point in that case. And thyristor VT1 diagram, only there is no triggering point, then only it will increases certain point and reaches to the it maintains constant, and VT1 is clearly indicated with this waveform. This is the waveforms of the three phase half wave controlled rectifier with 5 diagrams. Here we have taken input supply, three phase supply, and triggering circuits, and output voltage, and voltage across VT1, and voltage across current across VT1. Here the resistive load, whenever the resistive load taken, that is alpha equal to 30 degrees, natural commutation point, common cathode connection, natural commutation point. Here the one is the common cathode point. Here the three supplies A, B, C are given to the three thyristors VT1, VT2, and VT3 with R. Here the resistive load taken across alpha equal to 30 degrees. Here the waveforms are clearly indicated with it consisting of the three types, that is R, Y, B. One is starting from 0, another one plus 90, another one minus 90. After certain point we have to give the firing angle, then only the output voltage it follows certain it follows the it decreases first stage, and then it follows certain waveforms, and the current the voltage across VT1 is it will also follows the it will follows only R types phase supply. It means other phase supply it maintains 0, and there is a output AC that can be clearly shown in the figure. These are the loads of the for resistive load alpha equal 30 degrees, for resistive load alpha equal to 0 degrees. Here the depends on the loads, the waveforms are changed. Here the output waveform it does not touch the x-axis in the resistive load. Here the in the for resistive load alpha equal 30, it touches the x-axis, that is omega t, and also output voltage waveform is different in the firing angle, that is alpha equal to 0 degrees and alpha equal to 30 degrees, and circuit diagram is same for the two circuits. 5 minutes. Resistive load alpha equal to 30 degrees, and then we will take the gate circuits across the x-axis, and then it will follow the certain type of waveforms. So okay, this is today's class. Thank you.